Good afternoon and welcome to KSMO Radio. Let's take a look at that noon hour weather forecast. Will continue to be partly sunny today. Our high temperature should be falling to around 60 degrees by 5 p.m. Westerly winds will be 9 to 11 miles per hour with gusts as high as 22 miles per hour. We have mostly clear skies in forecast for tonight with a low temperature around 36. Winds will be out of the northwest at around 6 miles per hour, becoming light and variable. Tomorrow should be sunny with a high temperature near 65. Southeasterly winds will be around 6 miles per hour, and our wind chill value early tomorrow morning will be as low as 32 degrees. Tomorrow night will be partly cloudy with a low around 39, with southeasterly winds around 5 miles per hour, becoming calm during tomorrow evening. Saturday, we do have a 30% chance of showers during the afternoon with partly sunny skies and a high near 66. Calm winds will become southeasterly around 6 miles per hour during Saturday morning. Saturday night, we have a chance of showers before 1 a.m., then showers likely and possibly a thunderstorm between 1 and 4, then showers likely again after 4 a.m. Chance of precipitation is 70% with mostly cloudy skies and low temperature around 52 degrees. Showers are likely on Sunday, mainly before 1 in the afternoon, with a chance of precipitation at 70%. Sunday will be cloudy with a high temperature near 71 degrees. We do have a chance of showers and thunderstorms, then showers likely and possibly a thunderstorm after 1 a.m. Sunday night will be cloudy with a low temperature around 59 degrees. Showers are likely and possibly a thunderstorm on Monday with cloudy skies and a high near 73. Then Monday night, showers and possibly a thunderstorm with cloudy skies and low around 54. Showers are likely on Tuesday with mostly cloudy skies and a high near 67. We'll have a chance of showers Tuesday night with partly cloudy skies and a low temperature around 41 degrees. And Wednesday should be sunny with a high temperature near 62 degrees. And that is your noon hour weather update brought to you by all of us here at KSMO Media, where it's now time for the Brownfield Commentary and Midday Livestock Report.
Hello, everyone. I'm Cindy Young with Brownfield, and this is my 2 cents. Like many other people, I have a change jar where I drop pennies, dimes, and other loose change that I find in the bottom of my purse or in the pockets of jeans. I rarely take the time to sort through and look for rare coins or dates when I dump the change into a bag to take it to the bank, but one coin dropped and caught my eye. A 1942 nickel. There are a few things in this world that have been around and perhaps made the rounds of that 80-year-old coin. I wonder how many people from different walks of life have held that same nickel in their hand. How many held it in their hand when it was a freshly minted 1942 coin and more valuable currency than it is today? 80 years ago, the average cost of a new house was $3,770, and average wages were $1,880 per year. Farmers earned 57% of what those working off the farm made. A gallon of gas cost 15 cents, a new car was $920, and a bottle of Coca-Cola cost a nickel. While so many men were called away or voluntarily left the farm to serve in the military or to take higher-paying jobs in war industries during this time, women played a crucial role in growing the food needed here in the United States and on the war fronts. Draft animals were still used to supply more of the horsepower on American farms than tractor power in 1942. That tide changed as the war ended in 45. Although the 5-cent piece I'm holding in my hand is not as valuable today as it was 80 years ago, I'll bet you a nickel I wouldn't have taken the time to consider the events of 1942 had it not dropped to the ground. I'm Cindy Young with Brownfield. That's my 2 cents.
Do you have a black vulture issue on your farm? Apply for a depredation permit through the Missouri Farm Bureau today. It's free, quick, and easy. Simply call Missouri Farm Bureau at 573-893-1417 or send an email to blackvultures@mofb.org. That's blackvultures@mofb.org. Farm Bureau will send you a permit application to fill in and sign, and you'll be able to reduce black vulture threats in no time. For more information, visit agriculture.mo.gov.
In Missouri, farming isn't just a profession, it's a purpose. You can feel it in our 27 million acres of farmland You can see it in the nearly 41,000 Missourians who work in agriculture. You can hear it at our farmers markets. You can count it in the $93.7 billion it brings our state. And you can taste it at your family's dinner table. A lot of farmers in our state rely on Bayer's tools and inventions because Bayer has a purpose too. To help farmers thrive. Learn more at go.bayer.com/purpose. Paid for by Bayer.
What's the fastest way for you to get yourself up to date on the latest in news, sports, weather, and obituaries that costs you absolutely nothing? It's Your World Today. Serving Salem and Dent County now for over 20 years, Your World Today is 4 pages of information that will take you about 5 minutes to read, and they're available in over 30-plus locations in Salem and in Bunker. Your World Today. Pick one up every weekday. They're free. Have you seen Town Screen yet? It's one of the most affordable ways to get your message out in the community. With strategically placed vertical screens in numerous locations in Salem, check it out the Salem United Methodist Church, Dent County Health Center, and the local on 4th Street, just to name a few. Find out more about how you can use Town Screen for everything local. Stop by 800 South Main or call 636-338-1199. Hometown created and maintained Town Screen in Salem.
For Direct Cash Cattle and Cash Hog Business. Hello, I'm Megan Grebner with your Brownfield Livestock Market Report. Direct Cash Cattle trade activity is off to a pretty quiet start following the active day on Wednesday. One bid has been renewed. That's in Kansas at $190 live. Asking prices for what's left on show lists are around $193 live in the South and $299 plus dressed in the North. On Wednesday, Southern live deals are marked at mostly $190, generally steady with the previous week's weighted averages. Dress business in the North range from $296 to $298, steady to $3 below the previous week's weighted average basis in Nebraska. Box beef is lower at midday on light demand for heavy offerings. Choice down $1.48 at $317.86. Select is $1.28 lower at $288.04. At the Huss Livestock Market in Nebraska, yearling steers and heifers were steady to $2 lower. Steer calves over 500 pounds were steady to $8 lower, and heifer calves 450 to 600 pounds were steady to $5 lower. Heifer calves over 600 pounds were $10 higher. There were about 750 head of balding spring calves that had not received vaccinations, and the majority were sold at a discount, which created those wide spreads within weighted averages. The USDA says demand was moderate to good. Feeder supply included 54% steers. Medium and large one feeder steers, 500 to 539 pounds, brought $302 to $329. Feeder steer 605 to 642 pounds brought $276 to $298.50. Medium and large one feeder heifer 611 to 620 pounds brought $259 to $269.50. Cash hogs have no comparison at midday with just a handful of negotiated purchases. It's been an active week for cash hog business so far, but processors have pulled back on their procurement efforts. Prices reflect that. Demand for U.S. pork has been strong, including another solid week of export sales. That remains a bright spot for the market. There are still lingering concerns, though, about domestic demand as it's been inconsistent. Supplies of market-ready hogs appear to be ample, and the industry continues to monitor hog weights. The 5-day rolling average at the National Daily Direct is $83. It's $85.80 for the Iowa, Minnesota, and it's $85.91 for the Western Corn Belt. Pork values were higher at midday, up 70 cents at $102.31. I'm Megan Grebner for Brownfield.
In Missouri, farming isn't just a profession, it's a purpose. You can feel it in our 27 million acres of farmland. You can see it in the nearly 41,000 Missourians who work in agriculture. You can hear it at our farmers markets. You can count it in the $93.7 billion it brings our state. And you can taste it at your family's dinner table. A lot of farmers in our state rely on Bayer's tools and inventions because Bayer has a purpose too. To help farmers thrive. Learn more at go.bayer.com/purpose. Paid for by Bayer.
At the Missouri Department of Agriculture, they know protecting your livestock is a top priority, especially when black vultures are involved. Use the following tips to keep these pests away. Pen birthing animals near human activity. Remove roosting locations such as dead trees and abandoned barns, and scare vultures away with loud noises. Visit agriculture.mo.gov for more tips. There are plenty of mitigation options available. Get help today at agriculture.mo.gov.
That has been the Brownfield Commentary and Midday Livestock Report. It is now time to take a look at updated funeral announcements brought to you as a courtesy of Your World Today. Serving Salem and Dent County for over 30 years, Your World Today is 4 pages of information that will take you about 5 minutes to read, and they are available in over 40 locations in Salem and in Bunker, and online at our website, KSMOradio.com. Your World Today, be sure and pick one up every weekday or check it out online. Jared Wade Laval, infant son of Jared and Arissa Laval of Salem, passed away Thursday, October 24th. Funeral services for Jared Laval will be Saturday morning at 10 o'clock at the Wilson Mortuary, Salem Chapel. Visitation for family and friends will be Friday evening from 5 until 7. Burial will be in the Round Pond Cemetery. And all arrangements for Jared Wade Laval, infant son of Jared and Arissa Laval of Salem, are under the direction of the Wilson Mortuary of Salem. Linda Sue Lake of Georgia passed away Saturday, October 26 at the age of 74 years. Graveside services for Linda Lake will be Saturday, November 2nd at 2 o'clock at the Monterey Cemetery, Steelville, Missouri. Visitation for family and friends will be from 12 noon until service time at 2 o'clock at the Brenton Bennett Funeral Home in Steelville. Entry will be in the Monterey Cemetery. And all arrangements for Linda Sue Lake of Georgia are under the direction of the Brenton Bennett Funeral Home of Steelville. Arlene Lunn, age 88 of Salem, passed away Wednesday, October 30th. Funeral services for Arlene Lunn will be Tuesday at 12 noon at the Wilson Mortuary, Salem Chapel. Visitation for family and friends of Arlene Lunn will also be on Tuesday from 10 until service time at 12. Burial will be in the Dry Fork Cemetery. Memorial contributions may be made to the Dry Fork Cemetery. Cards will be available, and all arrangements for Arlene Lunn of Salem are under the direction of the Wilson Mortuary of Salem. That has been a look at updated funeral announcements brought to you as a courtesy of Your World Today. Your World Today is the only daily news flyer in Dent County. It is available in over 40 locations in Salem and in Bunker. And be sure and check out Your World Today online at our website, KSMOradio.com. Your World Today has been serving Dent County for over 30 years, and the best part about it is absolutely free.
Hey, it's Fitz, the guy who plays the hits from the Country Top 40 Countdown. And if you missed us last weekend, it was Justin Moore who had the #1 song in country music with This Is My Dirt. But can he still say next weekend, This Is My #1? Anything can happen on the countdown, so let's count them down together. We'll see you this weekend for all the hits on the Country Top 40 with Fitz right here.
It is now time for a look at local news, and it's being brought to you by Southwest Baptist University's Salem campus. SBU's Salem campus provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding area. For more on degrees and programs, stop by SBU's Salem campus today at 501 South Grand Street or call 573-729-7071. I'm Bob Parsons reporting. Tuesday afternoon, in a sentencing hearing in front of Judge Michael Randazzo in the 42nd Judicial Circuit Court in Dent County, former mayor and alderman of Salem and the former Dent County Fire Protection District Fire Chief Brad Nash received a 15-year sentence ruling on each of 2 felony counts of second-degree child molestation on children less than 17 years of age and the offender greater than 4 years older, which is an aggravated sexual offense. The 2 terms are to be served concurrently in the Missouri Department of Corrections. Nash had pled guilty on August 28th to the 2 felony counts. Dent County Prosecutor Andrew Curley released other reports on hearings held Tuesday. Those cases included James Hobson of Salem, who pled guilty to felony drawing or exhibiting of a firearm. Hobson's probation for the unlawful use of a weapon was revoked, and he was sentenced to serve 12 years in the Department of Corrections as requested by Prosecutor and Attorney Curley. The defendant had previously served a 12-year RSMO Section 559.115 for the unlawful use of a weapon as a persistent felony offender. Monica Easton pled guilty to the possession of a controlled substance. Her probation was revoked, and she was sentenced to serve 7 years in the Department of Corrections as recommended by Curley. Tennille Hobson of Bunker pled guilty to driving while being impaired and also driving with a revoked license for her involvement in a single-vehicle crash in Dent County back in April. She was sentenced to serve 8 years in the Department of Corrections as requested by the prosecutor. In the last case heard on Tuesday, Tommy Johnson of Salem pled guilty to 2 counts of possession of a controlled substance, meth, and fentanyl. He was sentenced to serve 7 years under RSMO Section 217.362 as requested by Curley. The Salem Memorial Hospital Board of Directors held their regular meeting Tuesday evening at 6:30 in the doctor's library. The board approved the minutes from the last 3 meetings. Hospital CEO Brooke Bowman gave her report, in which she stated she is working to complete the due diligence request from Phelps Health. She is seeking additional funding opportunities for the hospital and working on the cost report preparations. Brooke also presented the summary of operations and statistics. For the month of September, the hospital saw a decrease in inpatient admissions, a slight decrease in outpatient registrations, and a decrease in ambulance runs, but an increase in emergency room visits as compared to August. Total operating revenue for September was $2.8 million. The 340B program had a net revenue of $36,772. Brooks stated the hospital is spending less in salaries and payroll, but they are expecting a 35.5% aggregate increase in health insurance premiums when they renew in November. Total operating expenses for the month were $1.9 million, leaving a profit of about $880,000. She did clarify that the profit for this month went straight to accounts payable, so cash flow is still negative, though they are making improvements. Accounts payable is currently at $1.4 million, which is down significant from February when the account was at over $2 million. The board also voted to not change the banks where the hospital CD investments are kept. The hospital hired 2 full-time employees but lost 7. Employee flu shots will be starting on Friday, and the hospital is currently planning on an employee benefits fair for open enrollment in November. During the QAPI report, it was noted that the hospital's medication process now uses the Pyxis profiling and medication scanning. There have been 16 recorded documentation errors in the month of September and 47 total incident reports between August 26th and September 30th. Organizations interested in applying for the TORCH grant must submit applications by December 12th. The board approved the foundation bylaws and before adjourning to closed session. The board updated the date and time of the next meeting to the evening of November 21st at 7 p.m. Colonel Eric T. Olson, Superintendent of the Missouri State Highway Patrol, encourages everyone to have a safe Halloween tonight. It's that time of year when young ghosts, vampires, superheroes, and cartoon characters are planning their night of trick-or-treating. Many trick-or-treaters will be out tonight. It's imperative that drivers and pedestrians stay alert. Young children excited by Halloween could dart in front of a vehicle. I guess I'm so excited about Halloween, that's the reason I'm in a hurry here and making so many errors. Slow down and drive with extra caution. Expect an increase in the number of slow-moving vehicles in neighborhoods as motorists pick up and drop off trick-or-treaters. Please be courteous and stay alert for trick-or-treaters of all ages. Distracted drivers are dangerous drivers when you're driving. Keep your eyes on the road, not on your phone. Parents, please remind children to approach only familiar houses that are well lit. Remind them they should never enter a stranger's house or vehicle. Consider trick-or-treating with your children for their safety and because it's a fun way to spend an evening. Give some thought to safety when choosing a costume. Consider using makeup rather than wearing a mask, which can obstruct a child's vision, making it difficult to see an oncoming car. A light-colored costume is easier for drivers to see at night, and adding a reflective tape to dark costumes makes them visible. Flame-resistant costumes are encouraged. All trick-or-treaters are reminded to watch for traffic while they're out and about this Halloween. Remember to look both ways when crossing the street. Use sidewalks whenever possible and trick or treat while it is light outside. If you do go out after dark, increase your visibility by using a flashlight and wearing a light-colored costume. An adult should always accompany small children, and older children should stay in groups. Halloween isn't just for children. Many adults enjoy dressing up and visiting haunted houses or attending gatherings of friends. If you're driving to a costume party, make sure your costume doesn't hamper your vision. If you attend a Halloween party that includes alcohol, designate a sober driver for the trip home. Alcohol, even in small amounts, slows the reaction time and dulls the senses. Driving after you've had an alcohol could have a sad and possibly deadly result. Merrimack Regional Planning Commission Executive Director Bonnie Prigge, Planning Manager and friend, and Missouri Department of Transportation Merrimack Area Engineer Preston Kramer will meet with the Dent County Commissioners and citizens to discuss transportation needs on the state system on Monday, November 4th at the Dent County Courthouse Commission Meeting Room at 400 North Main Street. The meeting will start at 10 o'clock that morning, and the public is encouraged to attend this meeting and share concerns or needs about road and bridge, as well as multimodal transportation needs such as bike, pedestrian, airports, transit, rail, and port. MRPC and MoDOT will be meeting with all 8 counties in the region. Each county is asked to select its top 3 or 4 needs to be prioritized with the other projects in the Merrimack region. If you cannot attend the meeting, please reach out to MRPC at 573-265-2993 at any time to add a need to the list. The Missouri State Highway Patrol would like to make the public aware of a telephone scam. In the past month, some incidents have been reported across the state. In each case, a suspect contacted an individual associated with someone who was involved in a motor vehicle crash, identified themselves as the investigating trooper, and attempted to solicit money from the victim. The suspect may intimidate the victim with false claims of impending or non-existent court charges and proceedings. The public should understand patrol employees will not contact individuals and solicit funds or demand any form of payment. Furthermore, the patrol employees do not process bonds or accept money to prevent or dispose of charges. If a person asks you to send your money anywhere, you should assume it's a scam. Take your time verifying the information by calling phone numbers you locate yourself on verified websites. You should not confirm any identifying information about yourself to the scammer. If you or someone you know have been contacted in a similar manner, please report the incident to the Troop I headquarters in Raleigh at 573-368-2345. Well, that has been a look at local news, and it was brought to you by SBU Salem Campus at 501 South Grand Street, where they offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN Bridge program, criminal justice, and elementary education. For more about SBU Salem Campus, contact admission counselor Chris Welch at 573-729-7071.
Southwest Baptist University campus in Salem provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding areas. The classes at SBU Salem campus are taught in the afternoon and evenings, making a degree attainable for people who are in the workforce or can't afford to go off to get a degree. We offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN Bridge program, criminal justice, elementary education. For more information on the degrees and programs, please contact admissions counselor Chris Welch to schedule an appointment as a prospective or returning student. You may call 573-729-7071.
I had an abortion at 18. I know the emotional pain of an unplanned pregnancy. My boyfriend had dumped me and my boss threatened to fire me. My abortion took care of my problem, but it didn't erase the memory of my unborn child. 30 years later, I still regret that decision. My child deserved to live. Abortion has lifelong consequences. Vote no on Amendment 3.
This ad paid for by the Riverways Pregnancy Resource Center in Salem.
Imagine your team always looking and feeling their best in high-performance technical workwear. Cintas can make it happen. They have garments for almost every job imaginable. And with the Cintas Workwear program, you get freshly laundered garments delivered every week for everyone on your team. Great garments without the bother of laundry. That's a real perk for employees. Find out how Cintas can boost team image and morale. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
In Missouri, farming isn't just a profession, it's a purpose. You can feel it in our 27 million acres of farmland. You can see it in the nearly 41,000 Missourians who work in agriculture. You can hear it at our farmers markets. You can count it in the $93.7 billion it brings our state. And you can taste it at your family's dinner table. A lot of farmers in our state rely on Bayer's tools and inventions because Bayer has a purpose too, to help farmers thrive. Learn more at go.bayer.com/purpose, paid for by Bayer.
Out of town and want to know what's going on in Salem, how the Salem Tigers did, or who may have passed away? There's only one way to get that information quickly, and that's by going to Your World Today online. Go to KSMORadio.com and click on the Your World Today button, and you'll get the latest edition online, or check out the Your World Today archives. And if you are in town, pick one up in any of the 30-plus locations in Salem and Bunker. Your World Today, they're free.
Made for agriculture, we are MFA.
Get your calves off to a good start with MFA branded feeds. With time-tested, proven feeds like Cattle Charge and Full Throttle, you can put pounds on your calves quickly, efficiently, and safely. The feed-to-gain ratios speak for themselves. A good start is critical for this year's calf crop. Financing is available. Get a great start with MFA feed.
We are MFA.
It is now time to take a look at local and regional sports, being brought to you as a courtesy of your Ozark sports leader, KSMO. The Salem Lady Volleyball Tigers' Addison Fulton was named to the Class 3 District 9 All-District team, while Reagan Du Bois made the second All-District team. Congratulations, ladies, on your achievement. The Salem Football Tigers will begin their postseason play versus the Mountain Grove Panthers tomorrow night at 7. You can hear this game live on KSMO 1340 AM or 95.7 FM, as well as the audio stream for free on KSMO Media's Facebook page and YouTube page. You can watch the KSMO Media-produced video feed live on Misha.tv behind their paywall. This is a Missouri State High School Activities Association requirement and not the choice of KSMO Media. The St. Louis Blues and Philadelphia Flyers are on the ice tonight at 6 o'clock. Tune in to KSMO 1340 AM or 95.7 FM to listen to the game with the pregame at 5:30. And that has been a look at local and regional sports brought to you as a courtesy of KSMO. Stay tuned for a look at sports from the Missouri Net.
Tim Fisher will start with college basketball, where Mizzou small forward Mark Mitchell was named yesterday to the Julius Erving Award watch list. That award annually goes to the best small forward in the country. Mizzou getting set to tip off the season on Monday with so many new pieces for head coach Dennis Gates. What was he looking to do through the offseason and early practices?
We worked on team building. That was one of the first things we kind of concentrated on. We got different guys, all walks of life. Wanted to get them on the same page. I wanted to see where these guys were from a team building standpoint.
Mizzou goes on the road to Memphis to tip off the season on Monday night. On to football and the pros for the Kansas City Chiefs on the practice field today as they get set for their Monday night football matchup hosting the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Chiefs sitting at 7-0, the last undefeated team in the NFL. To college football, where the Missouri Tigers on a bye week. Mizzou will be back in action a week from Saturday, playing host to Oklahoma. Head coach Eli Drinkwood said yesterday that quarterback Brady Cook's injuries are not season-ending, but he did not give a timetable for his return. Elsewhere across the state, a couple big winning streaks to highlight as Southeast Missouri State's on a 7-game winning streak, sitting 8-1 overall, taking this Saturday off. The Missouri State Bears on a 6-game winning streak, sitting 6-2 overall, back in action on Saturday as they host Southern Illinois. On to hockey, where the St. Louis Blues back on the ice tonight, looking to snap a 2-game losing skid as they skate in Philadelphia against the Flyers. Puck drops tonight at 6 o'clock. And finally to baseball, where the offseason clock is ticking for the St. Louis Cardinals and Kansas City Royals after the LA Dodgers knocked off the New York Yankees to win the World Series last night. I'm Tim Fisher, Missouri Net Sports.
Along with the presidential race, voters in Missouri will see a question about restoring abortion rights. It's called Amendment 3.
Amendment 3 on Missouri's November ballot would overturn the state's abortion ban by a simple majority.
When you vote, stand for Missouri values with a yes vote on Amendment 3. Missourians believe in freedom. we believe in showing compassion for our neighbors. We believe that family and faith should guide our personal, private decisions. But when Missouri politicians banned abortion, they betrayed these values. Their abortion ban goes too far. It has no exceptions for survivors of rape or incest. It has devastating consequences for women who are turned away from emergency rooms or forced to wait for their condition to worsen before they can receive care. These aren't Missouri values. So when you vote, vote yes on Amendment 3 to end the ban, save lives, and take back our freedom. Paid for by Missourians for constitutional freedom.
M-I-C.
Being chased to the backside, hit and sack.
S.
Who else but LB3?
T.
To the house from 77.
P.
We put our fist up. We said we're not giving in. We got an elite edge, and we're not going to be denied.
Catch every game all season long right here.
Touchdown, Missouri, as Brady Cook dives over the goal line.
On your home for Mizzou football. The Central Bank Tiger Network from Learfield.
Stream the best of British TV on BritBox. Watch captivating dramas and gripping mysteries, whether it's entire series of massive hits like Sherlock and Vera, new seasons of originals like The Responder, starring international Emmy winner Martin Freeman, or an extraordinary selection of beloved treasures featuring Idris Elba, Jodie Comer, Matthew McFadden, Benedict Cumberbatch, and more. Only on BritBox. Watch with a free trial at BritBox.com.
Hey there, it's Jen Tracy, and I'm running for the Missouri House of Representatives District 120. It's time to bring back ethical practices and transparency to our state legislature. As your representative, I'll advocate for laws that promote accountability and honesty in government. Let's restore trust in our democracy and ensure our leaders work for the people, not special interests. Vote Jen Tracy for State House on November 5th to demand integrity and transparency. Paid for by Citizens for Jen Tracy, Lisa Herbst, Treasurer.
Stay right here on KSMO Radio. We've got Missouri Net News coming up shortly. And then after the top of the 1 o'clock hour, I'll be back to bring you our latest KSMO weather forecast.
Have you seen Townscreen yet? It's one of the most affordable ways to get your message out in the community. With strategically placed vertical screens in numerous locations in Salem, check it out at Advanced Chiropractic, Jet Tires and Auto, Salem Bowling Center, and Terrell's Complete Auto Care, just to name a few. Find out more about how you can use Townscreen for everything local. Stop by 800 South Main or call 636-338-1199. Hometown created and maintained. Townscreen in Salem.
Natural gas is one of the safest energy resources used today, but leaks can occur.
Rotten eggs. That's just one sign of a gas leak in your home. If you smell rotten eggs or hear a high-pitched whistle in your home, leave immediately and call the gas company from a different location.
So the professionals can track down the leak and ensure your safety.
Just trust your nose and leave the house. Leave it to the professionals to track it down.
If you smell gas, leave fast.
This message courtesy of Mango, Missouri's Association of Natural Gas Operators.
With News on Missouri Net, I'm Marshall Griffin. The family of a Missouri prison inmate who died in custody nearly a year ago has released videos showing the moments leading up to his death. Othell Moore Jr. died in December of last year at the Jefferson City Correctional Center after a group of corrections officers pepper sprayed him, put a mask and helmet over his face and head, constrained him to a cart, and left him in a cell for roughly 30 minutes. 4 former corrections officers have been charged with second-degree murder. Protect, provide, and promote are the 3 priorities of incumbent Missouri Treasurer Vivek Malik. He's running for his first full term in office. The Republican nominee says he'll continue pushing his 3 Ps.
Protecting taxpayers' money, making sure that our money is invested wisely, providing opportunities for growth with good job opportunities, with good education, and also to promote the promise of America that the American dream is still alive and well, and I am the living example of that.
And 2 flood events and a hot, dry summer have impacted waterfowl hunting in the Kansas City region. This is Missouri Net.
This November 5th, be sure to finish your ballot and vote for your judges. Missouri's judicial system gives voters the final say in retaining their judges, so know your judges before you vote. Visit yourmissourijudges.org and learn about the nonpartisan judges up for retention this year. That's yourmissourijudges.org. It's up to you to help make sure we have skilled, fair, and impartial judges. Know your judges and finish the ballot proudly. Visit yourmissourijudges.org.
Paid for by the Missouri Bar, Misha Epps, Executive Director.
Attention basketball fans, don't miss your shot this season. When it comes to protecting your health, that means getting your annual flu and COVID-19 vaccinations. Just like your team aims for the perfect shot, aim for the best protection with your vaccines. For more details on how to stay healthy and ready for every game, check out moimmunize.org. Keep your health in the game.